Hello, my name is Amber. This is the introductory video to 121's service. This will help you become trained, and you will be able to do service for both chair and host if you watch all videos. There will be 4 of them. This first one, in the intro, we will go over a few things, including a bit of the history, a bit of some explanations, a lot of questions that a lot of people might have, as well as how to get a hold of the schedule and general tips. And then we will continue on with 3 following videos for chair, host, and breakout rooms. So the person that I'd like to introduce is Mr. Diamond Dave. He is the one who, how do I say this, is the holder of this Zoom ID. So, yeah, it does say Allison Mercedes, but we're going to just call him Dave. Dave, go ahead and give us a brief history and explain the difference between a meeting and group and about our 7th tradition and our etiquettes that we have in the top of the hour posting that you guys can see in the chat.
Yes, I'm Dave. I am an alcoholic. I think that's important, Amber. You need to be an alcoholic to be in this video. So brief history of 121. It's called 121 because we started on 12/1. Also, someone else that was in the meeting back then when we started it, said it was pretty cool to be one alcoholic to another alcoholic. So 121 or 1-on-1, whatever you call it. But the reason it's 121 is because it started December 12th. I mean December 1st. The difference between a meeting and a group. A meeting is just a meeting. It's not a group. There's no group conscience. It would be like you having a meeting in your living room and inviting friends over to have a meeting. It's your living room. It's your meeting. They're going to follow your rules at your house, so they're not going to get up and just rummage through your shit whenever they feel like it because it's your house. You have set rules. No smoking. They can't smoke in your house. You're going to make them go outside. We have etiquettes that go along with a meeting, not a group. We also don't have a 7th tradition. The room is paid for. No, you can't donate. Don't worry about it. It's covered. So the best way to do 7th tradition is to get into service. Give back to the meeting. The etiquettes. There's 3 of them. They're really simple, and they really kind of explain what a meeting is, or what this meeting is. We follow AA traditions and read AA-related literature and share on our recovery. That first etiquette respects AA. 2, 5-minute shares, and chair will minimize their comments between shares. That respects the people and the meeting that's going on. The third one, absolutely no criticism. That respects the alcoholic. That's why there's only 3. There's no other reason to have any other kind of rules in this AA meeting. Respect AA, respect the meeting, respect the people. That's what they come down to. And what else do I have to explain? Etiquettes. Great. Explain. I think that covers that, Amber.
I had to move away because it was getting a bit too noisy in the living room.
And if you see Amber's doing what she always does when she chairs, she gets.
Oh, God damn it. I do have a bad habit of getting up and I have outside issues that I don't bring into the meeting.
You should not do when you're chairing a meeting. Stay in front of the camera.
Stay in front of the camera. And obviously, as there's that point 2, or etiquette 2, minimize your comments between shares. One thing I want to add to that is the reason why we minimize our comments, but do make a comment after someone share most of the time. You can do whatever you please, which we will go over in the chairing video. Just as a suggestion, just acknowledge the alcoholic that had just shared. Thank you for your share, and you can move on. But anywho, that would be what we mean by chair will minimize their comments, meaning we do not want you as chair going back and forth and having a chat with the person who just shared, or rambling on and on about that person's share or whatever the case may be. So, now that we've done
Emails.
all, yes?
Emails.
Oh, yeah, I'll do that in just a second. We are going to go over our training PDF, our training document, which is accessible from the schedule, which I will go over in just a few. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen now, and I will share the PDF that we have for this for training. So first things first, in regards to the 121 meeting, we ask that you be responsible. You notify 121 if you cannot meet your commitment ASAP, meaning log into the meeting and inform the host right away. It may be, you may not be committed until like 8 o'clock at night, but at 3 o'clock at night, you find out, or 3 o'clock in the afternoon, you find out that you are unable to make that 8 o'clock slot. Please log in to the meeting and inform the host immediately so they can correct the schedule that gets posted every few minutes during the meeting. And also send an email, which I'll go over in just a few, to the meeting schedule email so that it can be also notified that way as well. You cover all your bases. Be respectful. Please keep yourself muted throughout the meeting unless you are chairing or sharing. Basically what that means is, as host and as chair, you will have the ability to unmute yourself at any time. You'll have the ability to stay unmuted. And how you can see that is by these little corner icons that my mouse is hovering over. You see Justin here at the bottom with this red slice through his little microphone. That would mean he's muted. You see DD flashing his mute on and off. There you go. So that'll let you know who's muted and unmuted. So you want to bear that in mind. And while you're chairing and when you're hosting, you want to utilize the mute and unmute button. You do not want to leave yourself unmuted for the entire time, because if you cough, if you make some sort of noise on accident while someone is sharing, or someone walks in the room while someone is sharing, it can interrupt their thought. It can interrupt their share, and it can make them lose track of what their message is that they're trying to bring to the 121. So just be respectful, please, in that manner. For service concerns or training, this is the difference between the emails. Please email 121meetingschedule@gmail.com right here that I've just highlighted. For other concerns or questions or invites to the Facebook page, please go ahead and email 121AA meeting. Or if you want to join our email list. What's our email list? Daily, everyone who is on our email list receives a motivational quote for the day, as well as a posting of what times are available for the day for hosting and sharing. If you join the email list, you'll receive these every morning by Miss Kathy. She's amazing, and she takes care of that every morning. It's a different motivational type, recovery type quote every morning, and it's nice to open up, and it's consistency, and it's nice to have when you're an alcoholic. You'll find that, and I'm sure you know that if you've been that alcoholic for a while. So if you would like to get invited to the Facebook group, because it is a private Facebook group and you cannot pull it up just via searching it, you have to be invited to it, you will need to email 121AA-meeting, that last email at the bottom right here, at gmail.com, and ask for the link to join Facebook. That link is only active for 48 hours, so you better click on it as soon as you get it. All right, so if you would also like to access our schedule, which is the hub of all service and materials and everything that you're going to need to do service in this meeting, you will want to email 121 meeting schedule. Why? Because it's regarding service concerns or training. So you're going to want to email 121 meeting schedule and ask them for the link to the schedule, of which I will pull up in just a moment. Let me make sure I don't need to do, nope. All right, so that's it for this little PDF here. So I'm just going to stop sharing here, close that out real quick, and go to our schedule. So let me share screen and schedule. Now I am going to minimize these right here. So now the videos are minimized and you cannot see everyone, but it's okay. I have shrunk this meeting schedule. As soon as you click on the link that you receive in your email, and I'm trying to do this, but because oh, can I minimize this? I want this to hide video panel. Nope. Hide floating meeting controls. There we go. All right, I want to go here, and I'm just gonna go ahead and hop into the Gmail account. So we're pretending like what you see. So this is what's going to happen in the background. What I'm going to do when I receive that email from you to get access to the 121 schedule that you see all nice and colorful in the background. I am sending it to your email, Bob Smith, whatever your name is. I'm going to leave this as editor, but you will only have viewer access. And I'm going to send this through. So just a moment. Sorry for the slow computer. I have a lot of applications running right now. You will see this email right here that I am starring. Spreadsheet shared with you, 121 schedule. You'll open it up by clicking on it or however you want to do it. And then you'll see a little preview of it. You just click open or the link or whatever the case may be, whatever it shows you. It may prompt you to download Sheets, Google Sheets, because you have an Apple phone or a Mac. Just download that Sheets application and it's for free. And you will be able to view this beautifully on your phone or your computer. So it's a real quick breakdown. Obviously, it goes day by day. You have the day at the top with the positions labeled out for you, host and chair, and the date at the bottom of October 9th. And then again, and you have all these names, and you see these yellow right here? Don't ever really worry about these purple. These purple, as you can see down here, is explained as the Joe and Charlie shift, which is a big book study that we do nightly from midnight till 5 a.m., which is a recording of a speaker tape of Joe and Charlie and their big book study. So that's that purple area of this Sunday here. You don't have to worry about that. That's taken care of in the background. However, if you see, there's a lot of little yellow spots right here without any names in them. Even if they're not yellow, like this 7 p.m. right here, host position on Sunday, October 9th, that is available, it's red, but there's no name in it, meaning that it's open. So base your observation of this beautiful schedule of a lack of a name rather than the color that cell is in. Bearing in mind the purple is for Joe and Charlie, which is noted right here at the bottom right-hand corner. Now, if you scroll down here, you see this red line right here. If you scroll down here, you will see, too far down, my bad. You will see the top of the hour posting that Dave had just referred to just a few minutes ago. You also have the daily service call, which we will get into later, that you can utilize to post when you're being of service. Scroll down a little bit further. you have some service material. These are links to documents that have 101 AA topics. So you can pull this up right here and you can pick a topic from this 101 list, or you can do what we call the AA lottery, which is have your people raising their hands pick a number and you tell them what their topic is. Either way, there's some suggestions for you, as well as over to the right a little bit, a link to that PDF that I had just went over a few minutes ago, as you can see in the little preview right below it. So this is what the schedule looks like. You will want to either bookmark this or save the email that you had received. You want to save this link. It is always active. It is always being edited. You will not be able to edit it, but if Dave goes in there right now and goes to, let's pick Tuesday, 5 p.m. chair Eastern Standard Time. As you can see, these purple right here means Eastern Standard. It's labeled right above it. So you see Tuesday, you see 5 p.m., you go over, it's yellow, it's open. Dave is going to go in there right now and he is going to put Amber in. And just in a few seconds, you will see up on my screen the name Amber pop up right above where my mouse is. Well, Amber was supposed to be chair, but he tried. As you can see, Amber is now host at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Tuesday, October 11th. Easy enough. Okay, Amber's gone. Good. Amber doesn't know that she can do that, so that's good. Okay, if you look at the bottom of your little window that you have open for the spreadsheet, it has the dates of the weeks. These are 2 weeks. So it goes we post every 2 weeks. So you can schedule yourself for service as far out as 2 weeks in advance. So if you decide on October 18th, not this coming Wednesday, but next Wednesday, that you can chair at 6 a.m., as you can see, there's the opening right there, then you would just, go to your little email, send an email to that 121 meeting schedule, and let them know, because you've been trained and watched these videos, that you would like to take that spot. So that is the explanation on the service schedule. Now, what I'd also like to explain real quick, show who to contact. Well, I just explained who to contact. When you're in the meeting, you can actually directly message the host in the meeting, and they will go ahead and get you assigned to an opening. However, if it's for a later date, you can just go ahead and send an email to 121meetingschedule@gmail.com. Now I want to explain real quick, I keep reaching for my mouse, of which I don't have, the difference between what it is to be a regular participant in the meeting, what it is to be a host in the meeting, and what it is to be a co-host. So you can see right here under the participants tab. Yes, do you have a question, Dave? Hi.
What are the ones that are in blue and orange for?
Blue and
Blue and
orange.
pink on the schedule.
Oh, the different colors? Yeah, I had showed when I had showed that's Eastern Standard Time, and then you would see right next to that purple.
Like David B right now is in it with a pink color, not yellow.
Oh, why are they in color and why are they not? Okay, so sorry, my bad. Thank you. Good catch. Right there. He is talking about this right here. Why are some people in that blue color that says chair matching at the top? That is because they have signed up for a permanent position. So we will always have them on the schedule we will always have Michelle right here as the chair at 6 a.m. on Sunday until she says she can't do it anymore. So the yellows are open, meaning if you have an hour every Monday that you can commit to service, for hosting or chairing or both, if you get good at it, then please email us and say, I'd like to take the 10 a.m. spot Mondays at 10 a.m. for chair permanently. And we'll put you in, we'll confirm it with you and everything else. And also, sorry, I thought he was talking about these time zone areas here, but I'm just going to show you it real quick. As you can see at the top, if you're in Pacific Standard like California, or Mountain, Central, or Eastern like I am, we are, myself and Dave, you'll just pay attention to that color. All right, let me stop share. Hi hand.
So Debbie is in for Monday at 12 o'clock. I can take that as permanent, just not this week. She's yellow.
I'm on the different tab, so I gotta find it. Debbie, Monday. Oh, okay, yes. So she would be the temporary, as you can see right here. The temporary. She temporarily put herself in for this whole week, but she did not commit herself to permanent, or it would be not yellow, it would be that red color. Like
so I can take that spot if I wanted to.
Yes, correct.
That's
Starting after this October 13th, right here, Thursday.
Okay, cool. And we always go off Eastern Standard Time.
Yes, we do always go off of in the postings in the meeting of 121 Eastern Standard Time. But if you're not located in EST, that's obviously why we put on the other time zones for you to be able to check it out and make it easy access for your eyeballs. Okay.
But always send to us Eastern Standard Time.
Or indicate what time zone you're speaking of. 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Make sure it is clear what time zone and position you would like to permanently take, and day. Day, time zone, position, meaning host or chair. It's not obvious, but I would hope a little bit, make it very clear. Very obvious what you're trying to do here. And if we have any questions, we will email you back and ask you. But just know that this meeting is based out of Eastern Standard. So we do utilize Eastern Standard on a pretty continual basis. I have right now, as you can see, these are just our videos. But once I click participants, which you will see as just a normal person logging into the meeting, you will see on your participants list, you got a normie, well, not a normie, you got an alcoholic, you got a person in service, DD/Allison as the host, and you've got a person in service, Amber R, as a co-host. Now, right now, I would just assume that Amber is the chair because she's co-hosted and she's the only co-host listed. That is not always the case. It'll be pretty clear who's hosting and who's chairing, but just so you know, the co-host, that indication on this participants list, lets you know who has controls in this meeting. Justin does not have controls in this meeting. He cannot unmute himself. He cannot ask anyone else to unmute. He can raise his hand, he can chat, and he can share once he's called on and prompted to unmute by someone of permissions, co-host and host right here. But that's it. We do this for the safety of the meeting and just for the fact that people half the time forget they're unmuted and stuff's going on in the background and we can't hear anything that's going on. Background noise. General tips for a meeting. Like I said, show up at least 5 minutes. If not, please shoot for 10 minutes early before your shift. As the chair, you're going to be making your own topic. It's your own meeting, Mr. Chairman. You are going to pick the topic of the meeting. You get to decide what the meeting's going to discuss for the next hour of your service. Some of them, like I said, do that lottery where you pick a number and we'll give you a recovery-related topic to share on. Some people read. a portion of the big book or the 12 and 12. Some people open the big book and just take one sentence from it and make that their topic. Or some people, like myself, I utilize the room, and if I'm struggling with something, I make that my topic. Like if I'm struggling with character defects, then I make that my topic so I can hear from everyone else in the room who shares how they deal with it and how they vote their experience, strength, and hope on whatever I'm going through, character defects at the time. So those are some general tips. Your camera must be on at all times if you are in service. That is the chair or the host. If you are chair or host, you must have your camera on at all times. When you're passing, we'll go over this in a few. When I'm passing, you know what? We'll do this. Dave, can you make me host, please? You'll watch right here, and in just a moment, I am now the host. See? I'm waiting for it to go away. Okay. Or I could just click that little X. Yeah, I know. Okay. So now if I want to make DD my chair, because he just logged in and it's 5 minutes to, and I know that he's obviously got his cameras on. I know that's Dave. And I know he's up next because I've just checked the schedule. Well, I'm going to go ahead and either right click on his video, click on the 3 dots above his video, or on the participants list, click those 3 dots. Oh, look, we have another joiner.
We got a troll! No.
Right? This is what happens. No, this is actually what happens in the 121 at all times. There are people logging in and out at all times. So, but they will be automatically muted when they log in, unlike Crystal right now, who is unmuted. But it's
No, she's
okay.
not. She
Oh,
doesn't
she's
have-
not. I'm sorry. She's not even hooked up to your audio. How do I see that? If I look down at the bottom, it says connected to audio. Now I know it because she's talking. So I'm going to mute her real quick.
You can't. She's talking on my phone.
I'm
There you
muting
go.
her there
Right.
on the screen.
Okay.
So
Now,
if I want to make someone a co-host, me being the host, I can do that. Me being a co-host, I cannot do that. If I'm the chair of the meeting, I cannot make another co-host. I can't do anything other than leave the meeting and then come back in and have no permissions at all. If that makes sense. All right, so I am going to make DD the host. As long as my clicker works. I like to go from the participants list, but like I said again, you can right click right there and see how all those controls pop up. Or click on the 3 dots right on his video and see how all the controls pop up. Right there, make host. Are you sure you want to do this? Yes. And see how it has now been switched to him.
And now I can kick Amber out.
And you see at the bottom how some of these icons have changed. So now I am just a regular participant in the meeting as well. As you can see per this list right here, it shows Amber R. It's going to show in parentheses. It'll be your name with me in it. And then you can see that we have a host and other participants in the meeting. And I believe that is it for the introductory video.